Am I the asshole for leaving my boyfriend's birthday dinner after his mom took my seat? You're going to love this one, Joshua, because it's about jokes.
Is it actually about jokes?
Yeah.
So, is it because the mom like joked about like, why do you? It's just a seat. I'm assuming it's going to be something that's said in this.
That's very general. You don't win this one if that ends up being what it is. You have to give specifics if you want to become the perfect Redditor.
Okay, she gets up, she leaves, returns. The mom is in the seat, and then there's a little bit of a joke of like, "Hey, are you saving my seat or whatever?" And then she's like, "No, I want to stay here forever." And then she's like, "All right, I'm out." Like the person OP is like, "I'm out because I'm not being respected right now."
Very close. No cigar.
Listen, it's still an 8. It might not be an 8 of diamonds, but it's an 8 of clubs.
It's an 8.
I'll give it.
It's not the suit.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was still a 1 in something.
It's actually more like it is the same suit. It's just like a 2.
Listen. I play Balatro. Flushes are important. Okay.
All right, whatever.
Okay. Sorry.
Am I the asshole for leaving my boyfriend's birthday dinner after his mom took my seat, quote unquote, as a joke?
Awesome.
25 female, have been dating my boyfriend, Matt, 27 male, for almost 2 years. His family is very close, and his mom in particular has always been a little possessive. I tried not to make a big deal out of it, but it's clear she doesn't like that I, quote unquote, take up his time.
What?
And she's made passive aggressive comments like, quote unquote, I hope I don't lose my son to some girl.
To some fucking whore.
I fuck my son, not you.
Fucking mama boy parents, Jesus Christ. Okay, boy moms, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Boy moms, man. Fuck.
Even though we've been together for a while and I've made every effort to be kind and respectful to her. Last weekend was Matt's birthday. He invited me to dinner with his family at a nice restaurant. I dressed up, got him a gift I knew he'd love, and was honestly looking forward to the night. When we arrived, I noticed his mom had saved the seat right next to him for herself. That's fine, whatever. I sat on his other side. But right before we ordered, his mom made a joke about how I always need to be next to Matt and said, let's see how you handle a little separation. Then she literally stood up, looked at me, and said, scooch, sweetie, motioning for me to move down a seat so she could sit between us. I was so stunned, I just quietly got up and moved. For about 5 minutes, I sat there feeling small and humiliated while she leaned over Matt like he was her date.
Oh my God.
So I stood up, grabbed my bag, and said, actually, I think I'm going to head out. Hope you have a great birthday, Matt. And I left. Matt blew up my phone later saying I completely overreacted.
What?
Embarrassed him in front of his family and, quote unquote, can't take a joke. His mom texted me a sorry you were so sensitive message, which just made it worse. Now he's not speaking to me until I apologize. I honestly feel like they were the rude ones, but it was his birthday dinner. So now I'm second guessing everything. Am I the asshole? I think you should just be like, hey, listen, I didn't know your family was really into fucking each other like that.
Yeah, honestly.
I feel like I'm coming, I don't want to break you guys up. You and your mom.
Listen.
So
hey,
goodbye.
Yeah, it's all right. It's I get it. Listen,
I don't play with incest like that.
I can't compete with your own family, you fucking freaks.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
That's
I'm sorry.
weird.
I think incest is weird, believe it or not. Yeah.
Controversial opinion.
I'm sorry. I'm not as open-minded as I thought, I guess.
Man. I really
thought I was cool with the incest thing, but I'm not.
Honestly,
you
I didn't
really
realize...
should put that on. I think when you interact with situations like this, you should go over the line and call it out.
Yeah.
Because especially
if in regular conversation, there's not 6 feet of separation between you and anyone in your family, I'm a little bit like, what's going on?
Mask,
and everyone,
COVID is around still.
Yeah, still. But also, just in general, I shouldn't have to hold an umbrella poking my mom away every time we go over. To be like, can you not? I need some space.
Stop being horny for me, mother.
Yeah, just stop, please.
Stop it.
Christ almighty. Weird. Yeah.
I do genuinely think, it's one of the things where if you do think incest is something that is happening, genuinely, they do say calling it out is a good thing. At least to call this behavior is weird.
Yeah, call it out for being fucking weird, because it is.
Worst case scenario, it is a form of emotional incest where it is like being overly sexual with your child.
Or possessive,
Yeah, it is fucked up.
And being like, you're taking up too much of
my son's time.
Yeah.
It can get to that point where it is like an actual problem where you're her boyfriend might be a victim of this. But in the case where he's not willing to like go learn,
and he's being like, you ruined the mood.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to deal with that. I don't think anyone should be mad at you for leaving.
No, God,
this
no.
situation.
I would also leave.
Plus, also in this very specific situation, she did that to humiliate you.
Literally, yeah.
It wasn't just a joke.
A power move, yeah.
No, yeah, that's a power move of I'm going to humiliate my boyfriend's girlfriend at my boyfriend's birthday party.
And I'm going to...
Because she's trapped and she can't leave.
Yeah.
Or else she's an asshole for leaving the birthday party.
Yeah, and I come out on top either way. Yeah. That's bullshit, man.
No, it is. And anyone with eyes and a regular, like, awareness knows.
Yeah, one of the best people around them at the restaurant were like, the fuck is going on over there?
Not even anyone with eyes, anyone that's witnessed the scene, I guess, in any form, hearing anything. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just wild, man.
Yeah.
I think I wonder if this is part of like once your kid leaves the nest, you kind of know like, oh, I'm not gonna see them like that much anymore. But this goes too far. This goes too far.
Yeah, like I think that's a normal feeling of like, oh no, I'm not. I want to talk to my child a lot more. Usually that can be solved by like, hey, let's have a phone call.
Yeah.
It's not let me go and humiliate your partner.
Yeah.
Because I'm, I find that all very strange.
It's very strange. Yeah.
The reaction of, no, I'm gonna. I hate your partner because it's your partner's fault.
Which, by
for
the
you
way,
not seeing me. Usually not the case.
Yeah, usually not the case. Also, hilarious joke, obviously. You know, yeah. What if that's the thing I'm most pissed off about is that they called something a joke that isn't a joke?
That is usually how it is with you. Yeah.
Well, let's not investigate that in my brain.
Not the comedian Joshua Chinlin.
Yeah, not to me.
Cares very much about what a joke is defined as.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, I just. I hate, and I think with the jokes thing specifically, I hate how often people will use the idea that I'm just joking to be an inconsiderate asshole.
Yeah.
Or a hateful piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you got to call it out and be, if you're, God, because like if you're one of these fucking cocksuckers that like look up to Joe Rogan and like because you need to get on his fucking podcast or whatever to sell 10 tickets to your shitty show.
Yeah.
Like you can't be the one to call it out when there's actually like a shitty joke because you're the one making the shitty joke. And there needs to be people outside of the system that know how a fucking joke works to call it out.
Yeah. The definition of a joke gets even muddier at that point.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I mean, that's the whole thing with Joe Rogan is what he's saying is a joke and what's not.
Yeah. And it's like, I can't.
And most of it isn't. Most of it, he's not even telling jokes. It's not comedy.
It's not comedy.
So why the fuck is it the #1 comedy podcast forever? It shouldn't be labeled as a fucking comedy podcast. It sucks.
Yeah.
It never should have, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think also, and I think that's like, on a personal level, it just makes me sad.
Yeah.
That's the state of comedy, a thing that I've kind of cared about since I was out of the fucking womb.
Yeah.
So it's sad to me.
I think we could talk about it because we are podcasters. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's fair.
Is like when I was a kid and I was getting into podcasts, I got into comedy podcasts, like Probably Science and then the Mabim Bam.
Yeah.
And shit like that. And Hello from the Magic Tavern, stuff like that. And whatever. And it was always What the Fuck with Mark Maron. And What the Fuck with Mark Maron was the #1 until Joe Rogan became the #1. And it was like, what the fuck is this new thing? And it's been there ever since. And it's never been, in my mind, when I tried as a child to be like, oh, it's the #1. No, it sucked ass.
And honestly, I kind of feel this way with like, because, okay, a little bit too much inside baseball. Conspiracy theory.
Is it inside baseball?
That's part of the conspiracy theory of the inside baseball conspiracy theory. But yeah.
Oh, yeah. Is it
okay? So I think charts specifically account a lot of different factors. I think because Joe Rogan goes, was it 3 to 5 times a week for 4 hours long?
Yeah.
I think that's what's technically keeping him up on the charts. Because our show's 4 hours long.
Yeah.
And even when we take breaks, even though I think we have less of a listenership than other podcasts, because so many people listen to like the entirety of it, we post an episode and like it fucking skyrockets even if we take a week off.
Yeah.
So I think that's part of it. But I also think it's probably the most listened to podcast because it's been at #1 for so long.
Yes. But also, I think when it came up, it was people knew Joe Rogan from wrestling, and they knew him from
like Fear Factor.
Yeah.
So he still had so he brought that over, and then because he was #1, more people got drawn into it because like, oh, this is the most popular one, might as well give it a shot, you know?
Right. And then there was this oversaturation of that's why I hate the like everyone has a podcast now kind of situation, because when that started, it was about every comedian has a podcast, every actor has a podcast.
Yeah.
It's good, actually, that Joe Schmo can buy a microphone and talk about whatever the fuck he wants.
And put it on the internet, and people can just download it, yeah.
Yeah. I think the spread of information is a good thing at its core. But if you're spreading misinformation, I do think that's bad.
That's bad, actually, yeah.
Yes. I
think
think
things can be true.
At once, yeah.
Yeah.
And if a government organization or a corporation controlled the flow of information, that would actually be really bad.
That would be really bad. Yeah.
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 So we shouldn't.
And we should actually,
even with the quote unquote jokes of, hey, let's not, microphones should be banned. Men shouldn't be able to have microphones. No, actually, they should. It's something everyone should be able to buy a microphone and make a podcast. I think that's yes.
It just sucks that sometimes some of them suck, but then they're not for you.
What you're mad at is fascism. You're not mad at the sale of microphones.
Yeah.
You're mad that most men are expressing their opinion, and their opinion is fascist.
Getting mad at Shure SM7Bs for Joe Rogan, or the what is it, or the RE20s, whatever the fuck he uses for existing.
No, you should be mad at Joe Rogan
for being shitty at his job.
And the people that spread the ideas that Joe Rogan is parroting like an idiot.
Have you considered the lobster? Have you considered the lobster?
Man.
One more.